Hi, I'm James Gangle, and on tonight's episode of Little Kitchen, we're celebrating simple pleasures, like the warm glow of a candle on a cold night, the soft purr of a kitty on a scary night. Doesn't like it really. And really clean hands on any night. But none of those simple pleasures come close to what we're making on this episode of Little Kitchen. The perfectly oven-roasted whole chicken. Come on. So making a roast chicken is super simple, and two things that make a perfect roast chicken is it being juicy and the skin being crispy. So here's a little pro tip for you. If you have a chicken and you have the time, take it out of its packaging, sit it in your fridge for a day, and it'll naturally dry out a bit. Not dry out the insides, but the skin will dry out. That means you'll get a crispier skin later. If you didn't do that, that's fine. Pat it down with a paper towel or something. The first thing we're going to do is trim this chicken because you have all these bits here. You see this? All this excess skin? That's never going to get crispy. So let's just trim that. Take that off. And this little piece here. There, that's all that excess skin at the cavity. And then there's usually some at the neck too that won't crisp up. We're going to want to remove that as well. The next step is to fill the cavity with salt and pepper. And the beautiful thing about this simple chicken recipe, there's really only 5 ingredients. Chicken, salt and pepper, thyme, and no, that's it. 4 ingredients. Look at that. So I'm going to fill this cavity with some pepper and some coarse salt. And then we're going to truss the chicken. That just means tying the chicken up. And chickens are very trustworthy because you want an evenly cooked chicken. That'll keep it juicy. And if you don't tie it up, it's got all these flailing limbs that will dry out. So the way you do that is you tie a little simple knot roughly in the middle of your string. And we're going to put that around the Pope's nose, which is just this little tail bit. And we're going to slip that knot around there and tie that. See, look at that. Strong. Okay, cool. And then we're going to tie these legs up by just pulling them together and doing another knot here. Simple knot. It's not even as hard as tying your shoelaces. It's just the grandma. I think they call it the granny knot, which is kind of ageist, if you ask me. Okay, then we have these 2 extra bits of string, and we're going to kind of feed them down by the drumstick and around the hips. Excellent. And we want this chicken to kind of sit up in the pan when we roast it. So we kind of arm wrestle these wings around like so, and that gives us a nice place to tie them together. And then just another knot, and we're going to have some excess string that we can just snip away. So there we go, like so. There you go. Now, we just want to put some thyme in the cavity. I probably should have done that before, but there's still room. And now we're pretty much done here. We're just going to salt and pepper our chicken. So let's do some pepper on the outside, like so. And some more coarse salt. And with meat, you want more salt than you expect. So, you should really cover this guy with salt. Get it on the sides, get it on the wings, because we're going to enjoy those crispy little wings. Get it on the back and those thighs. And now we'll just pepper the other side with our salmonella-free hands, because I rinsed them between this. I rinsed them. And that is it. That's your chicken. I've just got a pan here that fits this chicken perfectly. We'll plop it in there, and look how nice that sits up. So we'll just throw this guy in the oven for 50 to 60 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. The internal temperature should reach about 165 degrees Fahrenheit if you have a meat thermometer. And then it'll be done. We'll just finish it with some lemon, maybe some more thyme, and this will be delicious. Okay, our chicken has been roasting away in the oven for about an hour, so it's time to check it out. Oh, wow! Look at that, and listen to that. I'll get my mic right up to it. Huh? Perfectly golden brown chicken. Listen to this. Hear that? Mike. Crispy, crispy skin. Perfect. So we're going to let this chicken rest for 10 minutes, but before we do that, we're going to baste it in a couple of things. One is lemon, and the second is its own juices. So there's a lot of juices that are in the cavity there, so what we're going to do is tip this chicken over and let the juices run out of the cavity. So bend yourself a spoon. See, this is just a regular spoon. Now it's a juice ladle, or buy a baster. We'll tip it. We'll get some juices. Okay, it's covered in juices. So now it's time to cover it up, set your timer for 10 minutes, and then it'll be ready to eat. The chicken has been resting for 10 minutes, so it's time for the unveiling. Ooh, look at that chicken. Look how nice that looks. Save those juices because they can be put on your potatoes, which I have in the oven. And I have a bunch of mixed vegetables in the oven. If you want to know how to make those sides, subscribe to my YouTube page. You can find those videos too. So let's do a little carving here. Oh, look how juicy and perfect this is. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is perfect. No, can't lose the skin because it's so crispy. I want to show you guys up close. Skin is perfectly browned. It's so juicy. Nothing left to do but to try it. That skin is perfect. And it's so juicy. I'm going to put a leg on a plate with my veggies. If you like this video, subscribe. Oh, that is perfect.